Hi everyone, my name is Terry Whiteman. I'm the president of the Carbon County Central Labor Chapter. I'd like to thank everyone for coming today. We have an excellent turnout. We're here to protest the proposed cuts in Social Security, Medicare and Medicaid, and that's basically it. We're hoping the Congress will take a fair and balanced approach and do whatever they have to make this happen. So thank everyone for coming once again. This time, is Linda Chrisman to talk?
Hi, I'm Linda Chrisman. I'm a delegate to the Labor Chapter and local political troublemaker. And I just think it's wrong that they're using blackmail, the debt ceiling, something that should be considered on its own merits, to force cuts to what they call entitlements. The Republicans are using the debt ceiling to force cuts in Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. And a word about Medicaid. Medicaid is the program that takes care of your grandma in a nursing home. There are very few families that can afford to pay for nursing homes without the help of Medicaid. It's just too expensive, it'll bankrupt them. So that's why Medicaid is important. And I think everybody knows about Social Security because we're all on it.
My name is Adam Swope. I'm with the Alliance for Retired Americans. Happy to be up here with you in Carbon County today. We're supporting these events all over the nation today because, as Linda said, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid are too important to be caught up in these budget battles. There's a lot of sort of these manufactured crises that are coming up. The debt ceiling is one that Linda mentioned. The bills that fund the government are going to run out. We have the sequestration cuts that the super committee created a couple years ago. And all these are going to be opportunities for folks that are against Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid to try to come out and cut these programs. They have a lot of ideas that are very dangerous to seniors. One that you need to watch out for is the chain CPI. That's something that they've suggested doing to Social Security. Now, what's the first thing every politician ever says about Social Security when they talk about cutting that program? They
going broke.
Say, oh, we would never cut it for current retirees.
Mm-hmm.
We would never hurt you. We would only hurt, that we would only cut the people that are coming up. Well, you be careful and watch out for this chain CPI because that would cut everyone's COLA starting next year and the year after that and the year after that. It would mean that current retirees would get less of an increase every year because of this change in the formula. That's what the chain CPI is. It would be a different formula to calculate your cost of living adjustments. So we need to watch out for that. A lot of folks want to raise the Medicare eligibility age from 65 to 67. We know that that's a bad idea because that'll mean that seniors who can't afford health insurance after they retire will enter the Medicare program sicker than they would have otherwise because they won't be getting those preventative services and other things that they need to be doing during those years. We ought to be getting people into Medicare earlier, not later, to make sure that they don't develop these chronic diseases that end up costing the government money and negatively impacting their quality of life. And as Linda said, it's very important that we make sure Medicaid is maintained also because it does take care of people that need long-term care, both in nursing homes and home care. Most people don't realize that the majority of all Medicaid dollars actually go to senior citizens. Most people think of that as sort of a welfare program, but really it's more of a senior citizen program than anything else. So we need to stand strong about these programs. There's a lot that the government can do as far as closing tax loopholes, cutting military spending, and looking at other ways to reduce the deficit. And of course, the number one best way to reduce the deficit is by creating jobs. And
yes.
Once we get unemployment back to 5% or so, 4 or 5%, the deficit naturally shrinks by a lot because more people are paying taxes, less people are collecting unemployment. The deficit will be down to a more manageable size. That then we can look at what cuts we can make to try to get back to a surplus, which is what we all want. But cutting spending now and trying to worry about jobs later is backwards. We need to worry about jobs, get unemployment under control, and then worry about the deficit because it'll be much less pain for people that rely on programs like Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. So thanks everyone for coming out.